Hello guys and girls, welcome to Geekism. My name is Jonty and this is our beginner's guide to Conan Exiles. We're going to quickly show you how to get yourself set up, how to get to the river, get yourself some water and food, some basic tools, basically get to the main bit of the game without dying. When you first start you'll look something like this. You can scroll out. We're using our tutorial, this young lady is called, to help us out here. She'll look like this, or if you've got a guy, he'll look like a guy, and if you're playing on a server with nudity, they'll have their jiggly bits out, but for now, it'll look something like this. There are a few different spawn points, but they all roughly follow the same sort of pattern. There will be a large tablet, and to one side, there will be a water skin and a piece of paper that has some lore on it. We're going to take the water skin by roughly putting it in the middle of the screen, pressing E, and I'll take that. That's already got a couple of water uses in it for us, which we'll need in a little while. I'm going to go over some of the basic game features then. First of all, you have your level, which is the XP bar there. XP is gained by just existing. It slowly ticks up as you play the game. You'll also gain bigger chunks of it by crafting, gathering, or fighting and killing something. That's the main way you're going to get XP a little bit later on, but for now you're only a little lowly barbarian. It's all about crafting and surviving. When your XP level jumps up, you're able to give yourself some stats and learn new crafting recipes. You can see both of those by pressing the R key. Okay, so let's have a look what we've got here. Our water skin is there. We're going to drag it and drop it onto our hotbar so we can use it more easily. Here we've got our health, our HP, that's our stamina, that's how long we can run and gather for, and then we have water and food. We've got a level, so if we click level up, we've got a point to spend in one of our main stats. We've got strength, that's how much damage you do in melee. Agility is how fast you can move and how encumbered you are by your armour. Vitality is how big your HP pool is. Accuracy is how good you are with ranged weapons. Grit is how big your stamina pool is. Like I say, that's what you're going to use for sprinting and gathering. Encumbrance is how much you can carry. And survival is how long it takes for the water and food to slowly go down. To start off with, I would suggest putting some points into both survival and into vitality, because that's going to help you out to start off with. Then eventually you want to go into encumbrance, grit, and all the others really, and then specifying later on whether you're going to go strength or accuracy depending on whether you want to be melee or ranged, although to be honest, to start off with, you're most likely going to be melee. So we'll go 1 point into survival there. Takes us a little longer to knock these numbers down. You'll also get the ability to learn recipes. This is your crafting section here. You don't own these things yet, unfortunately. These are the recipes for them. Click learn recipes, you'll be able to select other ones as well. So, we have Survivalist and Weaver are already unlocked. There's your basic stone pick and basic sets of coarse tunic and hand wraps and things like that. We need 50 points to build the Acolytes of Mitra, which is crazy. The next thing you're going to want to look at probably is the Craftsman that's going to give you the stone hatchet. But we'll get that when we've actually leveled up. So, first thing you want to do is keep running down the path. You can hold down shift to sprint, but that does use up your stamina. Keep an eye on your water levels. Drops down quicker than your food levels. As you go down the path, you're going to want to look for small items like this. If you tap E, you'll pick it up. You're going to be looking for stone and for branch. There's a branch, so it couldn't have been better. There we go. And you want to get 5 of each of these things. So that's 2 branches, 3 branches. You can see in the bottom right corner how many you've got. 4. That's 5 branches. Come over here, get a couple of these stones. Once you've got 5 of each, if you tap R, you can craft up a stone pick. You're going to select stone pick. 5 branch, 5 stone we have, so we click craft. Goes down to the queue here. You haven't got to keep still or anything. You can carry on playing. You'll see in the bottom right, it's just a time thing. It'll slowly go up there. And it's done. Once you've got it, it'll drop into your bar, and it'll probably give you a level as well. So first of all, let's use our level to learn how to do the Apprentice Craftsman to get the stone hatchet, the fibre bedroll, and the twine. Click unlock there, and there we've got those recipes. Stone hatchet's going to be the next job you want to do. That's 5 branch, but this time it's 20 stone. Luckily, with the pickaxe, we can get stone a lot quicker once we get a little bit further down the path. So, let's head back out onto the path. No matter where you spawn, which will be one of a few places along the bottom of the map here to the south of the river, or I think there may be one or two here to the east of the river. Not sure exactly where they are, but they're definitely along this area, and either way, if you follow your path, you're eventually going to hit the river. But no matter which one you spawn into, you'll eventually get to a broken down sort of bridge temple area. They all look a little bit different, but each of them has one of these guys on it. Don't worry about him. He'll scare you and fly away. Let's just get a little bit closer for the animation to kick in. And off we go. He's a big scaredy cat. He doesn't want to fight you. So don't worry too much about him. Once you get here, you'll probably find there's plenty of stone for you to pick up. Let's see. I don't think these ones can be broken because they're made of a thicker stone, unfortunately. But another thing you're going to start looking for now is these bushes. You harvest these by just holding down E. You'll get lots of things off here, the main one being plant fibre that you're going to use for your basic clothing. You'll also get seeds that you'll use a little bit later on. Handful of insects are you're going to first food that you're going to find. You don't need to cook them or anything, you can click them and click use. They'll give you 1 point of food for each one you have, so they're not great, but while you're making the way to the river, it's the best you're going to get, I'm afraid. Okay, there we go. I've got my 20 stone and my 5 branch, so I'm going to go back into here and select the stone hatchet, craft it up. I've leveled up, so I've got a point to use. I think I'll go for let's go for survival again. You know, it really does help out early on. And there we go. We now have our hatchet. So if we press 2, cool little animation, and then we can now chop down trees and knock bigger rocks as we get towards the river. We're going to carry on all the way up this path. Like I say, depending on your spawn points, it'll look a little bit different, but you will find a path that you can follow up, and eventually you'll start to get either to rocks, trees, bits of old buildings. Either way, you'll find that you're starting to get to a little bit more like civilization and not just desert. Here we go. Eventually you'll come out to something that looks a little bit like this. You'll see a lot more vegetation, which tells us 2 things. One, we're getting near water, and that also means, unfortunately, we're going to get near life, and all other life on this place wants you dead. So for now, you want to be really careful. I know you're a barbarian, but unfortunately, you're only a little baby barbarian. You're not going to be able to take on much at the moment. I'm going to try and show you some of the things you'll run into. There, right in the jump, there, little thing that's clipping there. There's a couple of them. They look like huge tortoises, but with long, sort of gorilla-shaped bodies. Those things hit hard. You need to keep away from those from now on. There are also other barbarians out there, different clans and tribes. They're usually surrounded by a fire, or surrounding a fire, excuse me. Again, you want to keep away from those. The only things you can really take on are things called imps, that I'm sure we're going to find in a little moment. But for now, what you want to try and do is level up. There's an imp. There we go. Now this guy will come running at you from quite a distance, but you will be able to take him with a pickaxe or an axe. So when he gets here, we're going to combat by just tapping the left mouse button. There you go. About 3 or 4 hits will hit him and kill him. Once he's down, if you keep hitting him, you'll start getting some good stuff from him, either hide, bone, or bits of meat. There we go. There we go. Let's have a look what we got there. We got quite a few bone and a piece of feral flesh and a few pieces of hide. Flesh is going to be your main source of food, but as it stands, if I eat that now by clicking use, I will get food poisoning. The next thing we need to work on is a campfire. If you have a look in your recipes, to build a campfire you need experienced survivalist. That's going to be the next thing we click as soon as we get the point. You get a campfire and also the ability to build another water skin if you lose the one you've got. So for a little while you need to try and keep out of trouble and collect as much wood and stone as you can. I'm going to try and get to one of these trees over here without getting too close. It's only a little one, but again, it's just a case of clicking it a couple of times. You can hold down the button as well. Eventually it'll fall down. We got a few wood there. Bear in mind that wood and branches are different pieces. I'm going to come down here and get some stone by doing the same thing. Eventually your tools will break, but they're easily replaced by just clicking the button that they're assigned to, and if you've got the materials to replace it, you'll instantly create it. Here we go. So we're going to go around for a little while then, get some XP and get some stone and wood, and then we'll show you what we're going to do next. Here we go. Here's an example of the tool breaking. You see there, it just caught a finger. Sorry love, but if you press 1, you'll create another one if you've got the resources, and it costs less than building a new one from scratch, so make sure you do that. Chopping down trees and chopping up stone is thirsty work, and at some point you'll see that your food and water are going to start getting a little bit low like they have done here. So we're going to have to get to the river. Make sure you keep an eye all around. Uh-oh, we've got barbarians coming after us, I think. Best thing you can do here is run, unfortunately, because they are pretty tough as it stands. So we're going to run down. Eventually you'll hit the river. There we go. Barbarians aren't too good swimmers, so we're going to jump in here and hope we lose them. Okay. While you're in the water, if you tap E, you'll drink it. So we can do that. And also if you tap 8, or wherever your water skin is, you'll fill it up. So there we go. We're sorted for water. I'm pretty sure they don't follow you. Yeah, I think we're safe. So once you've got to the river, you're going to want to try and find somewhere to settle down and also something to eat. We've got meat, but we're a little bit of a way off from getting a campsite set up. So what we're going to look for is a nest. Let's have a look. We're looking for a large nest on the floor made out of palm leaves. We certainly don't want those guys, so we're going to run off again. There's a lot of them around here. This isn't a great spawn, to be honest. Run off again. I'm going to have a little look around and see if I can find one of these nests. Bingo. I found one. Here we go. So, eventually you'll find a nest. It's like a load of palm trees here. Oh no, there's no eggs in this one, unfortunately. I've never seen that before. They've always had eggs in. But there are these guys as well. These are the baby ones, are the things you want to keep away from. Look at it. These are both placid and easy to kill. Honk. There we go. A couple more hits, you'll start getting some food from them. And other goodies, hide and things that you're going to be using later on. Either way, there we go. You're going to want to keep killing them and keep collecting them and run away from Mom. Oh my word. Okay, managed to get away from Mom and we leveled up as well, so we're going to take Experienced Survivalist and unlock it. We can now build a campfire, and unfortunately it uses loads of branches, so we're going to have to go and get some more trees. If this is what you need to do, if you can't find any eggs, bear in mind you've probably picked up some bugs. I haven't even picked up any bugs. Wow, this is like the worst spawn I've had in the game so far. Right, I'm going to quickly go and find some trees, but keep an eye on your food. Okay, I've finally got enough branches. I'm going to actually head over to this area. This looks like a quite nice little quiet spot to set up camp. That guy over there doesn't look like he's going to get too close, so we're actually going to set up camp here for now. So we're going to build our campfire. Uses 50 of those branches and some stone. Once we've got that, next thing you want to look at start doing is a fibre bedroll as well. I need a couple more branches and some twine. Twine is craftable from what's it called? Plant fibre. So we'll create all of those. We need a couple more branches. Let's quickly go and grab a couple of those. Shouldn't take me 2 seconds. There we go. One there. Another one? No. Did we get one? Yep, there we go. Okay, great. So we've got the campfire. We'll get that down first. There we go. Pop you down there. Lovely jubbly. And then we're going to get this guy. Oh, what do we need? Oh, we need some plant fibre as well. Okay, well that's dead easy to get. These larger bushes here that you see all around. There we go. Take some of those. Keep an eye on your food. It should be getting really quite low now, which it is for me. Look, there's a big guy over there we want to keep away from. Once you pass this first little bit, it really does make the game a lot easier. But to get past this first bit, you've got to be really coy, really sensitive, and to be honest with you, a bit of a scaredy cat. I'm going to place the bed down quick, somewhere it looks half decent maybe. It doesn't matter too much, but you know, nope. Floor's a bit rickety everywhere here, so we'll place it down. Once that's placed down, if you press E, that'll be your spawn point updated. We are starving. We need some food desperately. Let's have a look what we've got. Can we eat seeds? No. Fat grub. There we go. That'll do it. That'll just give us enough food. And there's a handful of insects. We'll use them as well. So now we need to go and desperately get some meat. Let's find something little that we can kill. We found some little guys, but more importantly, we found eggs. If we take those, get those out, you can eat those raw. And they give you a bit of water as well if you need it. There we go. We're back up now. So we're looking good now. Eggs are great to start off with. You're going to have to take out these little guys, unfortunately. You might have to crouch using control to get to them. What you want to do is get hold of some flesh from them. There we go. Oh, our axe is broke. There we go. Get another one. Oh, he's disappeared. There's usually 3. Yeah, there we go. But like I say, watch out for Mummy, because she will hurt you as much as you're hurting her babies. I feel awful killing these things, really, but, you know, that's the game. Right, we've got some meat, so let's go back to our camp. We'll cook some up, and that's pretty much all your basics done. Okay, we're back, and we didn't find Mummy Turtle. Press E on the campsite, and you'll get a little screen like this. First of all, you have to give it some fuel, so we'll drop some wood in there, and then we'll give it what we want to cook. which is our feral flesh. Select the fuel to burn by dropping into the top one there. So its current fuel is wood, burn time is 16 minutes, and then we'll turn it on. And that will automatically cook anything in this area here that's cookable, and then it'll use the wood as it goes. I've just noticed we have some feral flesh on us. It is completely useless from what I can tell. So we're going to click it and click drop, and it'll make a little bag out of it and drop it there. And I think eventually it'll probably despawn. I'm not too sure, to be honest with you. But there we go. Once you've done that, eventually you'll start getting shredded meat. There we go, not shredded wheat, shredded meat. And you can eat that up once you're out of that menu. Unlike some games, the campfire won't turn off, so to speak, when all the food is cooked. So make sure you keep an eye on it, else you'll end up wasting a lot of wood. There we go, we'll just let these run down and I'll show you that. There we go, they're all done up and you can see the wood is carrying on burning, so we're going to switch off there, drag those out. You can leave the wood in the campfire. So now we've got plenty of water, all the water we could ever need, and we've got some food, and we know that there are eggs and babies over there that will respawn. I'm sure there's probably some all the way around here. We're set up for a decent life. In this video we showed you how to survive. In part 2 we're going to show you how to thrive and build the beginnings of your base. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give us a like. It really does help out the channel. And if you're not already, don't forget to subscribe. Any thoughts, queries or suggestions, drop them down in the comments. And if you fancy a chat, you can find me on Twitter. I'm at JohnTSparrow, but I'll warn you now, I don't look like this. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.